the fact that Dr. Kalam has not yet been fully represented on screen came with its own pressures.
Yeah.
But I think it was exciting to play him. He's such a popular figure in our memory, in public memory, that I think there was a lot of excitement to play him. And you do, actually the sense of responsibility came in only after we started filming. And we started with the Pokhran sequence. So we shot both the seasons parallelly. And there was the lockdown, and so then we were waiting for the lockdown to, open at some point. And eventually when it did, we started shooting with the Pokhran sequence. And that sequence is so huge and intense, and it's so historic. That's when you felt like, oh, this is something big and serious and responsible that you're filming. So I think when I went on set and did that first sequence is when I felt.
I mean, while shooting, you must have had that sense, that feeling, oh God, I hope I am doing justice to this character, this person who in real life has been an idol figure to a lot. Yeah. I remember reading his books when I was a kid. Right. So he's somebody that everybody would look forward to, So I'm sure it must have been like, oh my God, I'm doing this. Did it feel like that at a point?
More than oh my God, I'm doing this, it felt like, is this the right way to play it? Because again, we don't have any reference of, with whether be it Sarabhai, whether be it Dr. Sarabhai or Dr. Baba. We don't have any visual reference of them from back in the day. So there was always this feeling of, after doing every scene or before every shoot day, are we getting this right? Is this the meter that you played at? Is this the tone of the character? So those were the questions that we kept asking ourselves every day.
I have a question when you say this in regards to the fact when you mentioned that there are not a lot of research work that you could do in regards to, you did not have a lot of visuals to study, and maybe in terms of how the person speaks or how the person walks as such, just how the person dresses up and looks in a particular manner and what work they've done. That's, I think, the major part that you've had when you're playing such a character. So that would have been very difficult. I mean, I'm not an actor, but when I can think of it, and that too a historical character. It's not fictional.
The thing is, now that we are done with the series and it's released, I feel like in retrospect, I think somewhere it's also easier that you don't have so many references, because then it takes the pressure off of trying to sort of match
your own element to it.
Correct. Yeah. There is the risk, of course, because whatever you portray, however you play that character, I think it's about how the audience is going to react to it. Correct. So I think not having visual reference, today when I look back, and because this question is always asked to us, so today when I look back, maybe it was nice, it was easier to not have those references, because you could bring in your own your own feel to it, use your imagination, so it's slightly liberating.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.